What is going on, guys? Welcome to the first edition of the Alton Blakely Mazda YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing an in-depth review and tour of the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. Now on screen I'm going to be putting timeline slots for the four categories we're going to cover, which are going to be the interior, exterior, safety, and performance. That way if you want to skip to any of those categories throughout the video, you can go ahead and do that. So without any further ado, the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. Kicking things off with the exterior of this vehicle, Mazda did a lot of things on this vehicle for the 2019 that I actually really like personally. Starting off with the front end, I mean, just look at the black accents on the front grille and even the headlights. The best thing about these vehicles is those wheels over there, those are stock on the base model Mazda 3s. Those are pretty sweet. Coming to the back end of the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback, you can see the same black accents on the front grille are followed along underneath the doors on the sides and even the bottom bumper down here, which is also where you'll find the dual exhaust. And also the design on the rear taillights. Those are pretty sweet on the new restyle, and really just the whole shape of the car is really sharp. Wrapping up the exterior of the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback, this one specifically is wrapped in the machine gray metallic paint, which matches perfectly with the included 18-inch alloy wheels. Moving to the interior of the Mazda 3, there are a lot of changes to the vehicle that I personally like. Some are small and some are big. Starting off with a small one, honestly, is the cup holder placement. It's up here actually in front of the gear shifter, or gear lever, I guess you call it. Like I said, a small thing, but that's actually really golden, especially if you're driving a manual, because some of these are manual. This is the all-wheel drive, so you cannot get the manual in this vehicle. So I just have the automatic here, but for those manual drivers, they're going to really appreciate not having the cups getting in the way and stuff like that. Another big thing that they did to the interior of the car is actually the new screen on the vehicle, the touch screen. It's actually larger than the previous years, and it's actually extremely easy to maneuver through. I really appreciate all the ease they put into the menu system. Other couple of simple stuff as well is the actual feel of the steering wheel. I like the positioning for the grip, the leather wrapped around the steering wheel, and actually this car does come with the heated seats, so those are nice. And always, one thing that Mazda always impresses me with is the materials used in the vehicle. I mean, anywhere you touch, it's nice and soft. Nothing really feels that cheap, especially up here. This is all like 100% cushiony leather. That's super nice. Like I said, Mazda always knocks it out of the park with the interiors, in my personal opinion. Also, another sweet feature with this Mazda 3 hatchback is it comes with Bose's premium sound system, which gets thumping when you crank it up there a little bit, but I'm not going to turn anything on just yet because of copyright reasons. Also available with this specific Mazda 3 hatchback is the adaptive cruise control system, which, if you're not aware with how the system works, pretty much when you set your normal cruise control, if a vehicle in front of you was going slower than what you were, the vehicle would actually slow down to match the speed of that, so you don't have to worry about kicking on and off cruise control, which is nice and convenient. And then also another thing, coming back to the screen, it actually, all of the controls for the screen can actually be maneuvered down here by the volume switch, and where also your parking and sport mode switches are. So you can just simply control everything right here with one hand. And I guess if you get good enough with it, you don't even have to look over at the screen. It's just all comes natural to you. See, as I'm scrolling through the radio channels right now with it. So that's pretty neat. So let's turn down this non-public street here and let's test out the get up and go on this vehicle. Slap her down in sport mode and see how she does. All right. So she does actually have some pretty good up and go. Nothing that'll full-blown pin you back to the seats, but is every bit of horsepower you're going to need for getting into the passing lane or dealing with those slow drivers. And you can actually have a little bit of fun with it. I would prefer the rear-wheel drive manual version for the fun part of it, but with the all-wheel drive, sport, and also manual mode where you can control the gears yourself, you can have some fun in this car. And finishing up with the amount of space in the back seats of this vehicle. As you can see, I'm not really a very tall person per se. I'm about 5'7", but I do have probably a good palm-sized distance with my head to the roof of the vehicle. And then leg space. This seat is scooted up just a bit, but with absolute no problem at all, the seat all the way back, I'll have plenty of leg space. In the back here, you have your own cup holder, and for the form factor of this vehicle, I mean, it's pretty spacious back here. And finally, wrapping up the interior of the vehicle, we can actually take a look at this storage space, which, like I said, once again, for the form factor, it's a fairly impressive storage space. I mean, I can easily fit probably 3 suitcases in there, and then with the seats down, it even expands that limitations even more. So really impressive job with the form factor of this vehicle. Moving on to category 3 of the review, which would be safety of the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. As covered on the Facebook page, Mazda is ranked top 4 safety pick by Consumer Reports. So it is safe to assume that this is a very safe vehicle to be driving on the road, but we're not going to be giving you any assumptions. We're going to go over all the facts. The all-new Mazda 3 hatchback was awarded top safety pick by the IIHS when equipped with the available adaptive front lighting system, and it was also awarded Editor's Choice by Car and Driver. Alright, now moving on to the fourth and final category of this review of the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback, and that would be the performance. Now this engine is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine pushing out 186 horsepower at 6,000 RPMs. For the drivetrain, this one specifically has the iActive all-wheel drive drivetrain. For a fuel economy of the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback, it gets 25 city and 35 highway, so it's an excellent vehicle for any long road trips, and the all-wheel drive also makes it a safer choice for when traveling in bad weather conditions. Alright guys, that's going to conclude the review on the 2019 Mazda 3 hatchback. If you made it this far in the video, you guys are awesome. We are down here on Highway 27. This is Alton Blakely Mazda. Come on down and see us, and let's see what Mazda can do for you.